Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Yeah, I'm a witness for the Lord. I'm gonna sing these crazy praises till I'm gone.
What's going on? Hang on, I gotta turn. I gotta do some things. I forgot to mute the delay. That's how I do it. If I got it right the first time, guys, you would have thought that you were on Geeks and Gamers or Nerdrotic or some other channel that is much more professional than me. That's a joke because they just turn on the thing also. So there, I'm just like them without the millions of dollars, millions of views, millions of subscribers. Welcome, Alpha Raiders. Welcome to the Alpha Red comic channel. It is 8 o'clock on a Sunday evening, and we get together and we draw. We close out the weekend by drawing together. So pick up a pencil, pick up some paper, and we're going to draw some G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. Yo, Joe, let's go. So I picked up G.I. Joe number 25 this week from Skybound. The easily the best pickup of the week. I didn't even it's the best one because it's the only one I read out of the 4 that I picked up this week. So there you have it. So I'm going to go through some sketch covers that I've done in the recent past, just to let you know kind of how I'm going to do the crowdfunding for Alpha Red number 9, and it will include some of these previously drawn sketch covers that I will be putting up on my Whatnot channel. So if you're not familiar with what I did about a month ago, I had a Whatnot stream where I sold a lot of these sketch covers, and so it worked out pretty good. And so I want to see if I can use that as the initial way to fund the printing of Alpha Red number 9. Now I have already paid. It's a little over $2,000 to create Alpha Red. To create an issue of Alpha Red. So that has already come out of my pocket. And then it costs another $2,000 to print up about 1,000 copies of Alpha Red. Now you say, James, why would you print up 1,000 copies of Alpha Red number 9 if you don't have 1,000 customers? If you don't know how many people are ordering Alpha Red number 9, why would you print up 1,000 copies? Well, the $2,000 that I spent to create Alpha Red number 9, which is the coloring, which is paying Ray McKay, the writer who comes up. I give him kind of a plot, an editorial direction. He comes up with a plot. I kind of flesh out the story a little bit. I send it back to him. He kind of gives me notes, and then I do the script, send it back to him. All that to say, I have to pay him. Then I pay the letterer also, but that's the $2,000 that I paid upfront, and all that comes from not only selling these sketch covers, but it also comes from the sale of the books. So I go out to conventions and I will sell these comic books. And the more I have, the more that you help me produce on a larger scale, the cheaper it is to print up, and the more profit that I get on each book that I sell, which translates into funding Alpha Red, the next issue of Alpha Red. So all the money goes back in. Well, not all the money, because I do spend it on buying comic books, buying these sketch covers and such. So I did start. I tried to start the Flint for this week. Well, let me just say hi to brother Benny in the comments. Yo, James and the Alpha Raiders. Yo, Joe. Yo, James. Yo, Benny. Yo, Benny. Yo, Alpha Raiders. You guys are fantastic. I love it. Love it. Love it. Thanks for showing up, brother Benny. But these are some of the covers that, so that Transformers one, I forgot that I had that. Actually, it's in a pile with all the other ones. If you were here 2 weeks ago, was Nightwing last week or 2 weeks ago? I think maybe it was last week. But this was the Nightwing from last week. That is already up on the Whatnot shop. So just go to shopalphared.com, and what you can do is you can buy these at regular price. Right, this one I have up for $75. But I want to say the date for the sale for the launch of Alpha Red number 9 will be the 15th. Is that a Wednesday? So whatever that Wednesday is. So I hope to have Alpha Red already actually printed up, because I'm going to invest $2,000 to get it printed up. And the crowdfunding is actually that's me asking you to pay me back so that I can have more money to spend on future Alpha Red. So what's going to happen on September 15th is if these are still around, I'm going to auction them off. So I'm going to lower the price on these, and then you will get this, whatever you order, plus an issue of Alpha Red number 9. So you get a bonus. You get bonus Alpha Red included in the sketch cover that you want. So this is $65. I'll probably lower it to about $45 or $50. And if it goes for $50, then you also get an Alpha Red number 9 along with it. And same with all these. These $75 ones will probably go down to $50, and you can take a chance. But if you happen to see like this mask one, if you are a mask fan, this is available right now. I think I have it on for $65. So you can buy it now. You won't get the Alpha Red number 9 because it has not been printed up yet. It is actually only in the colored stage. I'm starting to get the letters back. There are 5 more pages that need colored, and there are 18 pages that Josh Shelton has to letter. But this is on there. This is on my Whatnot store at shopalphared.com. You can go there right now, pick that up. I can send it to you, lickety split. But if you want to wait, if you want to take your chances that that's still around by September 15th, then you go right ahead, and then we'll lower the price, and then you could possibly get that for $45 or $50, and you get an Alpha Red number 9 to boot. This is will be specifically for the Alpha Red crowdfunder. I'm going to start putting them up, and these will be made available on that day, and these will also come with Alpha Red number 9. So this is Alpha Red's dad, Juke. He's a speedster, and the cool thing about these, some of these that I'm going to show you, these sketch covers, is that I created this image to be photoshopped into the issue of Alpha Red number 9. So this is on page, I want to say page 9 or 14, where Juke puts on his speedster suit and goes and saves the day. So he runs out of the house and he has this suit on, but the actual original art, this is the original art. And then I colored it this afternoon. Same with this image of Alpha Red. He walks into the danger room type scene. I call it the Crucible in Alpha Red number 9. But he goes into training and he walks into the Crucible, and that's the original art for that. Same with this, is part of the Crucible scene, and you get the original art and you get it on Alpha Red number 1, a sketch cover of Alpha Red number 1, if you're into sketch covers. And this one is Turning Heads. This is Whisper. This is Alpha Red's mother. She's going to be in the comic in issue number 9, but her first appearance is actually in Alpha Red number 3. So, which I did not offer sketch covers for Alpha Red number 3. I made 5 sketch covers. I'm going to do 5 different sketches for the 5 that I do that have first appearances in this issue. So there's more to come. More to come on Alpha Red number 3 sketch covers, but that's how I'm going to do it. I think whatever that Wednesday is in September. But that's me droning on about the big old plans that I have for the Kickstarter for Alpha Red number 9. We're going to do a little bit of drawing first. get all the line work down, and then maybe I can show you the progress on alphabet numero 9. I don't know what the Spanish word for 9 is. Nuevo? Nueves? Nueve? I took French in high school, and I don't remember how to say 9 in French either. So if I can't remember in French, I'm certainly not going to remember in the language I did not take. Brother J. Scott in the house. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, sir. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Yo-Joe Day. I don't know if you guys picked up this issue of G.I. Joe, but it is fantastic. It is absolutely a action-packed. Somebody said it was a double. It doesn't feel like a double. It feels like just a normal. I could be wrong, but it's the kickoff to this Night Force storyline. And Night Force is just like the Black Ops, the Wet Works version of G.I. Joe. Like they do the stuff that Duke and his team don't want to do, like get their hands dirty, kill people and stuff. Supposedly. The Night Force team, led by Flint, Duke's brother. Am I remembering that right? That Flint is Duke's brother, half brother. Leads this team, and they go at it a little bit. It is just very well written. It's got. I like what they're doing, like with the flashback scenes. Tom Riley, the artist, has a backup artist who draws. I want to say it's getting to be like 50-50. Who's drawing what? I'm looking for the boot here. So he's got that on there. You got to remember that. Remember? And put that on there. So he's got a strap in the back here. But you tell me if I'm remembering correctly that Flint is Duke's half brother. But great setup for the storyline. Has something to do with the ending of issue number 24, which was like a jaw dropper. I was like, yo, that is dark. But if you're not, I picked up issue number 25 on Wednesday. Good issue. 10-4 on that. Roger, that good buddy. I could not agree more. It was a great follow-up. I don't know if you remember what happened. I mean, they like recap what happened at the end of issue 4, but I remember, 24. So when I read the issue 24, I was like, oh snap. How are they gonna get out of this? But yeah, they did a great job weaving a bunch of stuff together, weaving in some of the kind of seemingly random issues that they've had here in the recent past with Gung Ho and whoever the girl is, the sharpshooter girl. I did not realize that she was going to be on this Night Force team because they weren't really explicit about it. I don't remember how the Gung Ho, is it Gung Ho? Am I remembering his name right? How his issue ended outside of him being recruited for G.I. Joe, but however they did it, I don't remember them saying that he would be on the Black Ops. The Black Ops team, the Wet Works version of the G.I. Joe. And they've been hitting at the Black Ops version. So it's not new. Just, I guess it wasn't explicit enough for me to assume Gung Ho and whoever this girl is. She not even, is that her up here maybe? Well, she'd be on the first couple of pages for sure. This girl. They had an issue on her, recruiting her, and I don't ever remember seeing her. So I was just like, not one of my favorites. Not one of my favorite issues. I'm looking off to the side here I looked up here, I'll show you my reference here. So as to not get the AI hate. I don't know, maybe this is AI. This looks like a little 3D printable statue or something. But that is the reference that I'm using for his pose. And I did not remember him using a shotgun as his main weapon, but that's his main weapon. I mean, I just remember Flint being introduced in G.I. Joe the movie, and he was voiced by Don Johnson. That's how old I am. Oldie but goodie. Come out. All right. So, as hard a time as I give artists about doing a good face, let's get a good, handsome Flint face. Let's see how they draw him. Do I care how they draw him? Okay, he has a butt chin. Make sure I get that in the handsomeness, but it's pretty generic otherwise. Getting a little butt chin. He's got dimples. And he acts like a mean old cuss in the book, which very makes him kind of cool. Like no nonsense. Like we are the better G.I. Joe team. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. No, it was the favorite. So I picked up Last Driver. I don't know if either one of you guys picked up Last Driver by Sean Gordon Murphy. It's by Image. I heard Wes talking about it from Thinking Critical. And I tried to fast forward through it because I do have it. And it's on his recommend list. But they tend to like spoil it. They give you the reason why they like it. And him and Dolan Waddick go back and forth as to making the case for their pick of the week or their hot or not or whatever the name of the show that they do. Pick of the week, I want to say it's called. And they go through what they like for the week. And they usually do like one that they don't like. And I don't remember them having one that they didn't like this week. But I kind of got caught in the spoilage of Last Driver. And I only picked it up because the cars that he drew were really, really cool. Now I don't know that I have any Sean Gordon Murphy books. I know that he gets much love from folks. So he is a well-respected artiste. but I happen to have missed his rise in the mainstream. So he's not on my radar. Apparently, super nice guy. I'm sure I talked about it here before, but one of my good friends, Chris, has met him at shows here on the East Coast. I don't know where he is. Is he somewhere on the East Coast? Either way, he is known to be very friendly and personable. And he drew it. And apparently he's also known for his vehicles and stuff. So, and there's good reason, because the cars look very well drawn in the book. Very well drawn. I picked up Driver, and yes, his card game is top notch. Top notch. So I had heard rumblings of it, and I don't know if I knew that the format was going to be landscape, but man, it is a different experience. I don't know what you think about it, Jay Scott, about the him turning it sideways. Very unique. Very, very unique. I have a buddy, Riley Brown is his name. I don't know if you know who Riley Brown is. He's currently doing Masters of the Universe for, is that over at Dark Horse? But he has a comic with a newspaper comic strip publishing thing called A Kid and a Comic. And he did that, the Zoop crowdfunder for his comic Thunder Guardian. And he was trying to explain to me that the format was going to be horizontal, like landscape-ish. And I couldn't picture it. Couldn't picture it, like what that was going to look like. But now that I picked up The Last Driver, I must say, I cannot picture it. I did back it. And that was like, it's been like a year. So I don't know, Mr. Riley, what the holdup is. And the holdup might be because he offered some sketches and an additional story that would debut in the Zoop collected edition of Thunder Guardian. And last I heard, he was knee deep in deadlines for Masters of the Universe. So, don't know. It does kind of stink. I heard this from the publisher of A Kid in a Comic. Like, as I asked them like how things were going good. Subscriptions are up. They had to do this mailing subscription thing. And so it is it kind of ebbs and flows with the creators that have promised to create these stories that go into this Sunday morning comic strip type publishing. So it's like the comics pages, the funny pages in a Sunday newspaper is the format, but you order it and he mails it to you. John, forget how, if I can picture his last name, I can pronounce it, but I can't picture it. He is with a K. Anyway, I was talking to him as I do at comic shows, and he was like, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do?" Like, he doesn't pay them. He pays him. He didn't pay me when Alpha Red was a part of A Kid in a Comic, because I was just kind of drafting off of everybody else. I don't know if that helped me in the long run or not. Did not feel like it boosted my sales any. But Brother Reverend Saber in the house. Yo, Joe. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if you picked up this issue yet, Rod, but this was a banger. This was a good one. But yeah, it looks like they combined some of the old panels from the previous issues, which I don't mind, instead of forcing the artist to redraw a similar image. I don't mind if they just repackage it when they're going through like a recap, which is what they did. And because it went between some of the different issues that Tom Riley drew, and who's this other guy, Joe Molina, Andrea Molina, they just went ahead and used those original panels, and lo and behold, it looks good. It was confusing in this one panel. I didn't know where I was reading. It's not, no spoilers. They're training in the beginning, but like this page, I read it like this. It's a 9 grid over here, and then on this page it's a 9 grid, but like this is combined. But I think you're supposed to read it all the way across. If you haven't read G.I. Joe number 25 yet, I think this gets read across, because it didn't make much sense when I was reading here. I was like, and then I got down to here and I popped up over here and I started reading, got down to here, and I was like, this is not really making any sense. So I read it this way and it made more sense. Pro tip. Come on. I'm here for you. Alpha Raider Prime, here for you. Here for the Alpha Raiders. Come on. Copy. Reverend Saber says, I've got the rock and roll, the Baroness, and the Duke. You did a while back. I know. I was considering doing a Baroness one because she was key to this issue. But there's so many cool characters. I do have one more. I was going to pick up all the G.I. Joe sketch covers that they had at my shop, but they only had 2 left. So I only have 2. Flint was such a major part of this, so I want to do him. There's a evil villain girl that they introduced. Lady J was my favorite girl way back when. So I wanted to do Lady J. The only reason why I didn't do Lady J is because of this. I'll show you right here. That's not my Lady J. My Lady J don't have a hat. I was like, nah. But they have the Beachcomber? Beachhead, I want to say. I always liked him because he was like a ninja. He had the mask, close enough to a ninja thing for me. I wanted to draw him. I like what you call it here. My brain is getting all mushy. Gung Ho. It's a Gung Ho. But I like him. I was going to draw him, but I only have 2. Brother Ernest says, hate when they do that. I got too far ahead. I don't remember what you might be hating. Ernest says, cool details you have there for that cover, sir. Thank you. I am. if you weren't here earlier, I am using whatever this is that I found on Pinterest. I wanted a guy holding a gun. So this is, lest ye out there accuse me of using AI. I mean, I use reference, and that's one of the pieces of advice that I do give to young artists when they ask for advice. I said, don't have too much pride to use references, because you want the viewer to connect with the artwork, and it has to look familiar enough to them that they will buy it, that it will stir them emotionally. So if you're just coming up with your own stuff in your brain and you think your style is so stylistically appealing that people will fall in love with your artwork, think again. That's why some of the what do they call them? Slice of life kind of images hit with people, because it's slice of life. You can picture yourself there. You've had a moment similar, that kind of stuff. So reference. It don't hurt nobody. It don't hurt nobody. All right. I think methinks we can go in with the inks with my Tombow, a new Tombow brush pen that allows me to color right over top. Love. Nope, that's not Tombow. Where you at? Nope. He has a similar look, but not the same. So this is Tombow. This is the internet Tombow. So if you have not seen me use it yet, let's do it. Nothing really special about it other than when I go to erase, or if I go to use my markers over top of it, it does not bleed. So that is what I love about the Tombow. So has anybody seen Spider-Man twice? I was going to try to make time to do it this weekend. Try to convince one of my kids to go with me for a second time. My second time. But so on Saturday, my wife had me grilling, and we have these beef ribs. If you know anything about beef ribs, they're very, very fatty. So they're hard to cook. And once you cook them, they're like too fatty that it's hard to eat a lot of them. So one of the recipes said that you could grill it. You grill it with a low fire, and you grill it for a long time. So I was like, okay, and they said keep the meat on a burner or the part of the grill where there's no fire underneath, because a grease fire is very easy to happen when you're doing these beef ribs. So I found out how flammable beef ribs can be. I'm talking, I don't know if you can see on my arm, but it burnt my arm. It was like a ball of fire. My grill was like a ball of fire. No lie. Thankfully, my daughter was out there with me, and she like everything was like providential. It was so, shouldn't have happened like this. But she happened to, I was working outside doing some chores with my wife, and my daughter just bought a, a relatively new car, new to her. And she had ordered some mats for her car, and they arrived, and she had put them in the shed. And while I was working outside, my wife came out to help me. And then she took my daughter's uh, mats, these weatherall kind of mats for her car, and put them, uh, took them out of the shed. So as I was putting away some of the tools, I saw the box, and I put the box back into the shed. I'm looking for a little circle maker. And so when my daughter came out, I had just put on the beef ribs, and I had the fire as low as it would go, low, piled them on top of each other, like not where the flame was. So she comes out and says hi. And within a minute, I saw some flames shooting out the bottom. I was like, maybe I'll turn off the flames, and I'm not going to have a circle maker. We're just going to wing it. Wing it, ding it, wing it, ding it. So my daughter came out. The fire starts shooting out the bottom. I open it up, and it was about to take me out. It was trying to take me out, is what it was doing. And because the ribs were on there and dripping and dripping and dripping, they were feeding this grease fire. And the reason why I told you about the thing before, my daughter had come out and opened the shed so that I could run into the shed and grab some gardening tools just to knock the beef ribs out of the grill. And this is like, the grill was like so hot, I was trying to grab them with the tongs. I broke the tongs, these outdoor grilling tongs. I broke them because I was grabbing the ribs so hard, bent up the ribs. I mean, I bent up the tongs by getting the ribs off. So, but otherwise, we have a combination lock on the shed, and like seconds were very, very important because how fast the grill was lighting up. And the paint came off the grill. It was bubbling off. That's how hot it was. Like crazy hot. I'm surprised I have any eyebrows left. But I turned around and my daughter had pulled a shovel out of the shed, grabbed some dirt from the dirt pile. That was part of what I was doing during the day. It was like the dirt pile was like very far away from my grill, across the yard, honestly. She had run up to my dirt pile and had dirt ready to douse all of our ribs, all the ribs. But yeah, things were all melted, and so I spent a lot of today rebuilding my grill. I went to Home Depot and replaced what I could, and it worked because I had to grill again tonight, some hamburgers. It's the way I help the wifey out on the weekends. She cooks all week, and she doesn't necessarily like having to cook as often as she does. So when I can, I do. Almost died. Brother Ernest says when the pages go across both sides with panels. Oh yeah. With the double page spread. It's such a pain. I don't do it. I don't do it just because of some of the printing things. If you don't line up the pages right, or your printer is no good, things get all shifted off. Homie don't play. I might in the future here, because it sounds like it's getting easier and easier, and printers, like I'm having more dialogue with the actual printers, and they are more willing to work with individuals like myself who only print once or twice a year. Brother Robin Saber says, haven't seen it once. 2 jobs leaves no time for an actual life. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. No, I'm in a pretty good season now. There were seasons where we were not doing well. Everything was all about paying Z bills. So no shame in those seasons. And that is why I'm rediscovering some people. Just like I was talking about Sean Gordon Murphy. Like he had come and gone from the mainstream scene, and his name was familiar because I always kind of kept up a little bit. But as popular as he is, and well loved as he is, I missed it. I missed the hype. Now as I look at Dan Mora's art, it really feels influenced by Sean Gordon Murphy. Same with Jorge Jimenez. Those 2 guys, their artwork is very reminiscent of Mr. Sean Gordon Murphy's. It's like a slickness to it, like an angularness to their artwork. And they all have like really cool vehicles. And I don't know if they're using digital assets or digital tools to I think it'd be on this side. Digital tools to create the extreme angles that make it look visually cool. But it is like a fisheye lens almost, just like this extreme kind of stuff, kind of way of drawing the vehicles, which is awesomeness. Yeah, I feel you on the 2 jobs. That's why at the age of 40, I quit my 2 jobs and got this job. And this job I was not doing well initially. I was trying too many different things, and none of them were really paying off. And praise God, there was one huge account that said yes, and they've been with us for 6 years. So it's been good. It's been predictable. Let's say that. mostly predictable. I landed that account just as COVID hit. And so everything kind of stopped or slowed down, which is exactly what I needed because it was such a big account. I didn't know what I was doing. But I grew with them, they grew with me, and so very thankful. Very, very thankful. Let's see, let's do a buckle right here. I don't know if there is a buckle or not. I favor the buckles, as I notice. But yes, it's hard to remember those times, or it's hard to imagine how I made it through those times. Honestly, we do talk about it every now and again about how we pulled toys off the side of the road, kind of stuff. We're on government assistance, and people don't believe it. They don't remember us being that poor, but we were. We were. But now the kids are older. Got all three of my kids living with me right now. And they all, well, my youngest just graduated, so he doesn't have like a big boy job yet. But he did work for his brother for many months last year and stockpiled a bunch of money. And he works a part-time job, but they have some playing money. My older son just bought a Ducati. I don't know how much you pay for a Ducati, but I call it the Alpha Ride because it is bright red, and he's on Instagram, very proud of himself. He says, "What color is your Ducati?" I don't know if you remember Andrew Tate. That was his famous line. "What color is your Bugatti?" And I had never even heard of a Bugatti. I had never heard of Andrew Tate until people were saying that. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so my son schooled me on a little Andrew Tate. And so now he just bought a Ducati. And yet another confirmation that I do not charge them enough for rent. If he can buy a Ducati, I can't buy a Ducati. I mean, maybe I could, but we wouldn't be eating. We wouldn't be eating like we do. These guys. But no, that's the blessing to have them be at home. They're supposed to be saving money. I mean, that was the idea. That's the idea. So that when they find a mate, they have some money in the bank that they can get married and buy a house and have me some grandkids. Let's go. Let's go. Give me some grandkids. Actually, that's the last thing I need. My wife will spend so much money on them. Guaranteed. So no rush, but sort of. I like the little babies. I like having a little baby around. Brother Ryan in the house. You are getting better and better, man. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate the encouraging words. Thank you. Did I tell you, Ryan? I am going to be in Fort Worth, Texas next April. down in your neck of the woods. Are you Fort Worth or are you Dallas? No, you're Houston, right? Are you Houston? Houston. I'm probably thinking like most people think when I tell them that I live in New York. Like New York City? New York City is 5 hours away from me. So New York State is a pretty big state. Pretty big state. Brother Zebra Comics says, I'm in Houston. We have a problem. But I will be in Dallas next month for the Fan Expo. Yeah, you have to tell me how that goes. It's a mixed bag, people tell me. There's lots of people who come, but the autograph people, the celebrities, kind of suck the cash out of the room, is what I am told. That is what I'm told. All right, I'm going to hit this with an eraser. Nope, I am not. I'm going to make sure that we get this kind of in here to remind me that is black. His shirt is black in the comic. I know that he has like a button up in as a toy and as in the original cartoon. But in this comic, he just wears a black t-shirt. He has a G.I. Joe symbol on his right shoulder. So we'd be taking this down. What are we gonna do with it? Brother Ernest says, you live in the nice, beautiful New York. It is nice up here. It's very suburban. It reminds me a lot of where we left in Pennsylvania, which was central Pennsylvania. It was nice suburbia. You go downtown Syracuse and it gets a little shady, but I think that's with most metropolitans and semi-big cities. Yeah, Nick Cage is the headliner. Yeah, brother man, Nick Cage. I do like me some Nick Cage movies. I like me some Nicolas Cage movies. He used to be the man. I mean, for a while there, like back when he was going to be Superman and stuff, that was kind of like peak Nicolas Cage. What's that? Gone in 60 Seconds. I was trying to tell my kids Gone in 60 Seconds. Like, what kind of stupid movie name is that? I'm like, bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. Have some respect. Con Air. Remember Con Air? I'm sure we could go on and on with some Nicolas Cage movies. I'm looking for Light Peach. That is my preferred. There we go. Broad. All right. And we have proven in the past couple of weeks that we are safe to go hog wild with this Tombow because there is no smearing with our buddy Tombow. It'll just remind me that down there is his flesh. We'll leave some white here to show how shiny his muscles are. Muscles. And then we'll go in. Do we go in right away with light walnut? Why not? Why not? Yeah. Just hitting some of the shady parts. I want to see how little. I want to leave a bunch of whiteness so that it looks like He's shiny. Kind of makes it a little bit more realistic looking. Not realistic, because we don't always run around with shiny skin. But for some reason, we like our celebrities and beautiful people shiny. Maybe we don't. Maybe that's just me. We probably don't. We probably likely do not. Do not. Do or I was gonna do a Yoda, but I don't know enough Yoda. Didn't he say something about do or do not or something? What do I know? Not enough. Not enough. So yeah, I have not been to a fan expo, but it is, I am told, celebrity heavy. And so it costs you a lot, but they don't treat you like a celebrity. They do not. They do not. They do not. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, I watched Air, the movie about Michael Jordan, last night. That was a really good movie. And I watched it with a filter. So it sounded like there was a lot of F-bombs that it saved me from. But the story was really, really good. I don't know how much they made up, but it was really, really good. The movie was good anyway. And I like at the end how they show like the real people and like what are they doing now kind of stuff. Love that kind of stuff. Use the orange to make it look like the red. Make it look like the red. We'll do 70% gray and 90% gray for the beret. That's 50. That's 50. We don't need 50. We need 70. Give me 70. There's 70. Do or do not. There is no try. That's right. Like, I'll try. I'll try. Do or do not. There is no try. How's my Yoda? How my Yoda is. Is that Empire? It's been quite a long time since I've watched Star Wars, especially the original. I tried to rewatch the episode 1. I think it was 1. Yeah, 1, because there was Qui-Gon in it. I think Revan Saber, you were recommending it, and I was watching it, and I was digging it. Reminded of why I liked it, and then like I couldn't get it done in one sitting, and then I tried to go back to it, and couldn't get back into it, and then I was like, you know what, I don't have time, because I was going to watch that and then go into the Clone Wars, as was suggested, and I just realized that I am a bad consumer. I spend too much time creating not as much time consuming. So if there's a downfall to squeezing out 2 or 3 comics a year, which I was really trying to squeeze out 3 this year, and I thought I could do it, but it has taken everything I got to get 2 done. Last year I had taken on a lot of non-comic book work right around this time. And it really made getting issue number 8 hard to do. And I was waiting for some the wrestler people to really come through, and it was like pulling teeth, because independent wrestling is like independent comics. It's a lot of people who do it as a passion, and they want to say yes to a lot of things, and then they can't always commit all the way to all the things. So where is my other? I don't want to keep opening and closing it. I thought I had my reader copy, but I only have my other sketch cover. Whoa. All right. I need to see my man a little bit more. I missed his elbow pads. His belbow pads. I think I can go back in. They're dark gray, so we're doing it. We're going back in. Flint is getting belbow pads. But what is this, a 70? We'll let that 70 go. We'll do a 50 for his gloves. Actually, we'll do 30 for his pants first. Pants and gloves, get the 30 treatment. Get the old 30. And the 30 runs out the quickest, I feel like. I have one that's bone dry. If you guys missed the beginning, I was showing you the sketch covers that I've been working on in preparation for the launch of the crowdfunder for Alphabet number 9. And so I've been using a lot of the markers. And did I missed a shirt thingy. Shirt tingy. Who knows if I would have noticed. But I tried using, I have pretty much 2 of each one of these marker things, and as they dry up, I will refill them. I have the tweezers, and so I pull out the tips, and then you can squeeze in the refill juice for these markers. And the 30s, the 30% gray, 30% cool gray is what I'm using. And it's the one that I order the most and that I use the most. It dries out the fastest. And when I went to try to use the other marker of it. It was just bone dry, like it had been dry for 100 years. It's like, I'm dry. What are you doing to me? That's how dry. Like it's talking to you dry. Dry. Okay. We got that. We got that. Oh. What else is gray? Was this the shotgun gray? We're going to go 50%. If it is also gray. Oh, it's much cooler than the way I drew it here. Might have to extend the second barrel. I didn't realize. I didn't grow up with guns, but I now have guns. But I did not realize that the barrel up here, might as well kind of pencil it in before I Tombo this guy up. But like the barrel has springs. There's a spring in there. And then you load up the extra shotgun shells also up in that barrel. And then that's what comes down and you cock it and it pops up into the thing. Very, very cool how some of these guns and stuff work. Tombo, I need you back, Tombo. So if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, please consider hitting that like button. See if we can get any new Alpha Raiders in here. Where's Brother Fong? He's probably watching anime. Christians watching anime group. Watching anime on a Sunday. So I don't know if any of you guys are near California, but I will be out at the Koinonia Con. That's the Christian comic convention that Fong is putting on, that he has invited me to. Trying to get some new Alpha Raiders from the West Coast. West Coast Alpha Raiders. Yeah. All right. Let's get the 50% working. Do the shotgun. So there's shotguns with like the shoulder thing, which I did not know that they had. And my son actually, for his 18th birthday, I bought him a shotgun, a used shotgun. And he preferred the one that had the handle come down and the shoulder thing. I was like, oh, my other shotguns have a you just hold it like scoops down, and it has a shoulder thing, but it doesn't have like a handle. But he preferred the one with the handle. Handle. All right. I forgot I was going to do. Just going to go for it. It's going to go for it. Belbow pads right in there. And we'll go in with some Tombo. Give it a little bit of detail. Give it two strokes over there so it looks like, gives it a little bit of depth. Just one on that side. Makes it look like it's got a lippity lip there. Yeah. So what is my next show? Where are you guys going? You guys going to any shows? I know Ryan at Zebra Comics is trying out some conventions to promote his comic Nephilim. If you guys haven't tried it yet, it is available. What is it? ZebraComics.com, Ryan, if you're still around. I know he sold out of the one cover, which is awesome. Which I should show you guys the different covers that I have. Let me. We'll be doing that soon. Soon. All right. I want to make sure that these are brown. We'll do a light brown here first. All right. I forgot that was going to be brown. He's got like a gun holster thing that's brown over there. Let me see. Those are also light brown. Let's see if we can't use this to use the streakiness of a dying marker to create a little bit of texture. A little bit of texture. Happy mistake. A little happy mistake. We'll try to reclaim that. A little happy mistake. As Mr. Bob Ross reminds us. I do recommend there is a Bob Ross documentary out there. Very interesting. Very interesting. What people prioritize. Apparently he liked the ladies. And the ladies liked him. Not so good for a married guy. But I think he settled down. Methinks. Apparently his son was really good too, Bob Ross Jr., I want to say. But I don't know whatever happened to him. It says it in the documentary. But me forgets. Because it is getting a little late for my brain. Let's do... did I pull out an orange? Let's pull out an orange. I'm going to do these shotgun shells. I'm going to assume that they are all slugs. Just because slugs are manlier than big old spray. And you don't need no spray. You put the slug right in you. Nice. All right. So we got the 30% gray on his panks. That's what my kids say, panks. They used to say anyway. Let's get a little form going. A little form going. With the dark, the contrast. And we might go in and add even more contrast. Probably in the noodling stage. Probably not on the live stream stage. I do like to noodle kind of in private for those happy little mistakes. Don't feel so public. Even though you guys are very kind, you don't call me out on it, because it does shake your confidence a little bit if somebody starts questioning, like, why exactly did you do that? Bro, I don't know. I don't exactly know. Okay. I was trying something, didn't work out. I was hoping you didn't notice. Sometimes you do. These are supposed to be camouflage, so I'm going to attempt a little camo. Ish. If it doesn't look like camo, then that's not what I was trying. Okay? Don't make fun of me. Trying a little camo action on the fly. Camo on the fly. That's not so bad. Happy little experiment there. I was experimenting with the camo. Look good. That look good. That looking good. I wanted a brown. Darker brown. Where's my goldenrod? Goldenrod is my secret weapon. Actually, I do have this nice little brown here that my daughter gave me. She gave me all her markers because she prefers watercolor paint, but she had she had too much money is what she had, because she lived at a place that took care of her. Like, she didn't have to pay to live. They didn't pay her a lot, but like, she didn't have to buy a lot of stuff, much like living at home. So she ended up with a lot of money, a couple of tens of thousands in the bank. She doesn't have it anymore because she just bought a new car. See my Matt story. And so she gave me all her markers. Now she comes in and uses them every now and again, but she likes her watercolors. She be liking her watercolors. She does very good watercolors. All right. I'm trying to think. I don't want to overdo it. I want to maybe sleep on any kind of additional colors that might be added. But I think I can go back in here and add some extra contrast in the line work. Makes me feel comfortable with that. Yeah. How are we looking? What do you think? Do or do not. There is no try. J. Scott says, looks great. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the encouragement. We are going to wrap it up here. And if you want to stick around, you can see some of the covers. I'll go through the sketch covers again, and then I will also go through the different covers. I'm like addicted to creating covers for this for this issue of Alpha Red. That is the 50 again. Let's do Mr. 70, or is this Mr. 70? Yes, it is. So I was going through the solicitations. I don't know if you guys know that Alpha Red can be ordered through Filbo distribution. So if your comic shop, if you want to order Alpha Red through your comic shop instead of directly through me, there is some advantages to that. You know, like you requesting that doesn't help me financially, but it does make a retailer aware that I exist. So as I was putting through the solicitations for Filbo distribution, so it's Filbo, Philbo distribution.com is where you can look it up and point people to. All right, let's go back to my once former favorite pens. But I was putting in the solicitations for it, and you have to kind of put in a cover. And so I had some variant covers. I have cover A and B. I appreciate you guys giving me the feedback. It's almost 50-50. And depending on what platform I posted on, A was more popular, and then the other, B, was more popular. I was like, you know what? We're not going to think too hard about it. We're just going to go ahead and do both A and B because my printer says that they can do that. They can easily swap out just the cover because it's printed on a different poundage of paper. And so she said, instead of running the one image on the front, I can run whatever on the front. And so that is going to be a huge money saver and help me with the decision making as far as which cover I should use. Let's say you got the A and B, and then I have a local friend, Matt Flint, who offered to do a cover. So I took him up on it. He has done covers for IDW's, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so it comes with some clout. A person who is kind of known for their covers has his own fan base that might want to grab up some Alpha Red covers. So that's 3. I have the exclusive covers. Well, his is an exclusive cover. His will be one of 50. I have my brother's cover. That will be also one of 50. So that's 4 covers. And then I don't know if you saw the image of Whisper that I had used for the interior. And so that is actually going to be a retailer variant. And even I can't get it unless I have my local comic shop order it. And the distributor, Filbo Distribution, just started up their own print on demand part of the business. And so if anybody orders it, he just prints it and sends it to the store. So it cost me nothing outside of giving him, like, paying for its creation. But I won't have to pay for the printing and the shipping from me to him. It adds a cost and comes right out of my profit if I have to print it and then ship it to him. So he will print it pretty much at the same cost as I would print it here. So I'm not saving on printing costs necessarily, but I don't have to make the order. I don't have to third party the order. And when I have it printed at my print on demand place, that's actually in Rochester, which is an hour and a half away from me. And it's not completely out of the way. I go and I pick it up. But it is an hour and a half away, hour and 20 minutes away. So that's 2 hours and 40 minutes that I usually tack on to a trip out that way. So it's just a layer of inconvenience that I kind of have to work around, that I would not have to work around. So there are 5 covers, and then actually there are 6 covers because there's the homage cover. And we can go through all of those here in about 1 minute. 1 minute, because I'm going to call it quits on this drawing before I do anything that I will regret. I'll look at it with fresh eyes in the morning and noodle with it a little bit in the morning, in the old morning time. So if you're just dropping in, and if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Please consider subscribing if you've made it this far and you're not subscribed. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. We're going to call, we're going to call it quits just so I can show you the sketch covers that are available on Whatnot and what's not available on Whatnot yet. What we're going to, the Alpha Red sketch covers that are going to be made available when I launch the crowdfunder sometime in mid-September. So that's it for right now, guys. Probably in the morning or the next day or so, you'll see the more noodled up version. And it would be all the better. So one of the retailer cover looks a lot like this, except it's not issue number 3, it's issue number 9. And it'll say up here retailer exclusive. It's very similar to this. This is actually what the original panel looks like from issue number 9. And I did it intentionally on issue number 3 because her first appearance is actually in Alpha Red number 3. But I colored that via the marker. But I have a version that was colored by Federico. So this is another one, same thing, used on the interior, but I drew it on a sketch cover of Alpha Red number 1. So you would be getting the original for that panel. I think it's on page 4 or 5 is where that appears. This appears on page 3, I believe, of Alpha Red number 9, where he walks into the crucible, which is like a danger room type of thing. Same thing with Whisper. He appears in issue number 3. Juke is his name, and that is Alpha Red's dad. It is a flashback issue. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but we did this on a Sunday night draw stream not too long ago. I did widen the eyes, and I kicked the foot up into the thing, and it just looks so much better, in my humble opinion. I added a rim lighting back here with the white out, and so it just made it look more Todd McFarlane-ish with the bigger eyes and the bigger foot. This was last week's or the week before, whenever it was that I did mass. I think it was 2 weeks ago. But finish that up. That is available, as is the Spidey, over on shopalphared.com. And you can get that early, or you can wait until I do the auction. I will lower the price during the auction so that that it will go. But I'm only doing that after I get the physical copies of Alpha Red in my hand, and that I think will be sometime mid-September. So you would get an early access to Alpha Red number 9, covers A or B, and you would get these at possibly a lower price. Like it's for $75 right now on the Whatnot shop. But if you wait, you could get it for cheaper and get Alpha Red number 9 with it. And the idea is that if you really like it, you would just buy it right now. It's like a buy it now type of thing while it's in the shop. This is $65. I'll probably drop it down to 40, 45 bucks, and you would get an Alpha Red number 9. Same with all of these. And the Nightwing from last week, and then this. But then, if you want to see, let me see the covers. Let me see the covers. Covers. This is cover A. Very popular. Cover B. Cover C. Whoop, nope. No, these are the actual covers. I will be offering them as posters. So this is the poster version, and you can see up here. Or maybe you guys can't see. Can you not see? Hang on a second. Let me see how I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to share it this way. Share the window. I thought I was sharing the window. Why is it not? Give it to me. Take this down. Why don't you want to share? I was showing. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, there it is. Share this bad boy. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. So this is the poster, and this is why. This is the difference. Oop, let me get this out of here. Get out of here. So up here, there's no trade dress. It's just Alpha Red. Same thing with cover B. This would be poster B. And the posters would be 15 bucks. So this is the actual cover. Cover A. Cover B. Homage cover of Incredible Hulk 340. My brother's exclusive. That will be exclusive number 1. Matt Flint's is not in yet. I'll give him a hard time tomorrow. But this will be, if you can imagine, this with the trade dress across the top. It'll say Alpha Red. It'll be number 9. It'll say retailer exclusive or whatever. But I'm super excited for that, guys. Super duper excited. Just keep your eye out for more announcements for Alpha Red number 9, the crowdfunder information. Well, guys, thank you. Brother Ernst says, awesome covers. Thank you, sir. Not on the screen. Thank you. I did look over and I'm like, what is going on? But thankfully it made it out. Very cool, says NX Jackapole. Thank you for popping in. Please hit that like button on the way out. It is Betty Bye Poo time. My brain is fried. J. Scott says, nice, very nice, sir. Thank you. I got a new ending to the show. Just a little preview of the crowdfunding teaser. I do have a voiceover for the crowdfunder, but this is just songs and and some images from Alpha Red number 9. So until next week, guys. Grace, peace. We out.
heart of the King, and we run through the arms of the beast. It will eat us alive. And we've come so far from this, only too far to fall away. We've come so close to the end, only too close to fade away. We can't be replaced again. Is it really the case in the end? We stretched too far, it's just too hard. Is the truth so hard? Is the truth so hard to defend? Where do we stand? Where do we stand? Don't wait till we fall away. Don't wait till we fall away. Don't wait till we fall away. Where do we stand? And we've come so far from this, are we too far to fall away?